Well, the first witness in the murder trial of former Orlando Pirates and Bafana goalkeeper Senzo Meyiwa has taken the stand in the High Court in Pretoria. Sergeant Thabo Mosia, a forensic field worker with 16 years of police experience, arrived at the crime scene at midnight on the day of the shooting. He took photographs and prepared a sketch plan of the scene. 5 men are facing charges of premeditated murder, amongst others, for the death of the soccer star. Let's now reconnect with the reporter on the scene, Hasina Gori. A very good morning to you once again. Hasina, just give us a sense of what transpired in court this morning.
Good morning, Desiree. This morning we saw the conclusion of the first state witness, Sergeant Thabo Mosia. He concluded being led evidence by the state advocate. This morning he really reiterated one aspect which we've been hearing about, whether or not the crime scene was preserved on that evening, whether or not there was any tampering of evidence. He explained to the court that when he arrived at the scene just after midnight on the 27th of October, that he saw 7 people at the scene, 3 females, 2 males and 2 children. He described to the court how he had asked them to move to one bedroom number 2, away from the crime scene, to ensure that when he swabbed, he wasn't swabbing bare kind of evidence in there as well, and to ensure the safety and the preservation of the crime scene. He also said they put up the tapes around to ensure that the crime scene was kept clear and no one went around it. He also told the court that when he went the next day, the tape was still intact, meaning that he had secured it to the best of his knowledge. He's now concluded being led evidence, and once we return from the short tea break, which we had just adjourned for right now, then we will see this witness being cross-examined by both Advocate Sefo as well as Advocate Mshololo. This morning began with some housekeeping first. There were 2 issues that were raised by the state advocate. The one being that the counsel for advocate number 5, Zanele Mshololo, was unavailable on Friday. If you remember, the matter was set down for 2 weeks, and we had 1 week of postponement, and it was supposed to conclude on the 29th, which is this Friday. However, the advocate for accused number 5 has told the court she's unavailable, but they will discuss in chambers the way forward regarding that specific date and when it would now be postponed to. We also heard from the state advocate Beloy, telling the court that the court had to adjourn at 3 o'clock because yesterday it adjourned at 3:30, leaving the prisoners and the accused returning back to the correctional facilities during peak time traffic, and he said this posed a security risk, so he had asked for the court to conclude at 3 o'clock to ensure that the accused can return to correctional services and not be stuck at peak time traffic. So that's what transpired so far this morning here, Desiree.
Hasina, on the one hand, there's requests to finish on time, but literally since this trial started, the judge on a daily basis is aggrieved at the beginning because people are not there on time. Are you getting a sense of disorganization?
So I think there's been a few issues that has come into place. One says 5 accused currently who is at different correctional services, meaning that the logistics of ensuring that everyone is here on time is an issue. It's something that we saw delaying the process yesterday as well as last week Friday, where some of the accused were here at least 8:30, but others, really being brought a lot later. There was also an issue of, some of the advocates staying far. But we heard from Advocate Sefo saying he is available and willing to be here at 8:30. So there is, a bit of, just coordinating at least 5 accused as well as their legal representatives to be here in Pretoria, at 9:30 has posed some difficulties. There's also, the difficulties of, ensuring that, those that need to return back to court as well, but also the delays within the court. Right now, we will ask for that short adjournment, for the council to, really speak with their clients and consult with them before cross-examination. And if we can get you a sense of the courtroom right now, and to give you a sense, what we're seeing right now is Advocate Tefo consulting with accused number 1 to 4, his 4 accused. They really been seeing that happening a lot. We saw that with accused number 5's lawyers also saying that she asked for postponements to consult with her client as well. So there's been also a call this morning from Advocate Tefo to be given time during the lunch break or during proceedings to consult with his client, as they're unable to going into the correctional facilities while the trial is ongoing. It's posing some difficulties. So these are just some of the issues that are hindering and causing the delays that we're seeing.
And of course, they will be returning in 15 minutes' time. What can we expect then?
What we can expect is Sergeant Thabo Mosia now to go on a cross-examination. I think the issues of what was found at that court and whether or not the evidence was done in a way that it secured the purity of that process will come under question. Advocate Tefo and well as Advocate Mshololo will question whether or not the evidence that were found was not tampered with, that it was proper and it was the correct evidence, and there was no tampering going forward, and also that it was preserved in this 8 years that it before the trial began. So that is what we can expect to take place today. Whether or not they conclude with that cross-examination today is yet to be seen. That's it for now, and as always, it is going to be live streamed on our online platforms as well as on television.
Hasina Gori, thank you so much for bringing us the details of this court.